Okay, I just want to hit a few of the big points in this chapter. I know that Miss Mandrasia is no doubt giving you way more information on the disabilities, and I don't want to step on her terrain at all because she is qualified in this area, and I just have experience in this area. So, the speech and communication disorders, speech and communications disorders are impairments in spoken language or language comprehension that significantly interferes with students' classroom performance. It may not be just a saying certain letters or those kind of pronouncing certain words. It could even be just the whole language comprehension. Somehow they miss that, or there's something that's keeping them from being able to, that's impairing them from being able to learn that. Some common characteristics would be a reluctance to speak, embarrassment, self-consciousness when speaking, difficulties in reading and writing, and of course if it's a stuttering or if it's a certain letters that they can't pronounce, you're going to hear those things right off the bat, and it's like the older the students get, the harder this is on them, because we've talked about sense of self. And there's nobody can be any meaner sometimes than your own classmates. So that becomes to get in your way. And so they'll be kind of quiet. They won't want to participate in discussions or in small groups, so keep an eye out for that. Adapting instructions. Encourage regular oral communication. And make sure that students know we're all different, and don't let them make fun of the kids. Listen patiently. If you need to ask, to repeat something they've said, do that. But try your best just to listen patiently and see if you can figure out what they're talking about. Ask for clarification when a message is unclear, and use argumentative and alternative communication. Let them send you an email. Let them do something else besides having to speak it out. General recommendations. Get an early start on appropriate intervention. Remember, as far as the county that you live in, you can get services, especially for speech, by the age of 3. Daniel had to have, I thought he needed some speech. He could not talk plain as a baby, no matter how much I worked with him. Took him when he was 3 to get him started in the Hamilton County school system as far as the speech, to work on his speech. Got him there, and they did a test, and he didn't qualify. By chance, the letters he could not pronounce were the ones most used in our English language. Go figure that one. So they recommended I put him in a preschool, and I was so angry when I left with him. Rusty was with me, and I said, they don't know who they're talking to. I'm an educated person. I know that's not going to help him. I did start him in a preschool, and within about a month, his language straightened out. So he needed that mimicking the sounds and hearing other people his age talk. So the thing is, I don't want parents to wait until the kid goes to kindergarten, because by that time they're spending half their day in speech trying to get a problem taken care of and missing the academics part of the day. So that concerns me. Take skill levels into account when assigning reading materials. If they can't read quickly and can't comprehend, you might want to come up with some kind of buddy system, some kind of small group where they read to you. There's all kinds of alternatives to use if there's an issue there. There's no point in assigning a 50-page book to be read when you know they're not going to be able to do it within the time frame. Clearly describe expectations for academic performance and take steps to enhance self-confidence and motivation. And when you've got a speech issue, that's going to be the problem. And I have had students who would act out before time for them to read, or act out before time to do some type of presentation, so that hopefully I would send them to the hall or to the office, and they would get out of having to do the assignment. Anything was better than having to face the embarrassment from their peers. And that's so sad, but it's out there. So try to start thinking about and reading about and seeing if you can, find ways and apps and technologies that can assist with this matter.